everyone, Karen Smith, Master Strong First Instructor, and this article is all about how to do a proper kettlebell snatch. This exercise is something that everyone wants to lead to really quickly. The problem with that is if it's not done properly, you'll end up with your wrist banged up, your shoulders banged up, and possible injury. So we're going to break it down into usable progressions and make sure that you can practice each one and then have a really solid, strong kettlebell snatch. So first, what we do is we want to teach from the top down. And the reason we do that at the Strong First certification is that we've already taught you how to do a military press. We've taught you how to clean, hike the bell, and press it. So what we would do is make sure that we start from that press. So the key here, when you practice this, is do you have the proper shoulder mobility and stability to be in this position? So what you'll find is that your elbow should be by your ear or slightly behind. And that is not by leaning your head forward. A lot of people, if they don't have the proper mobility, they'll stick their neck forward to feel like their arm is in the right position. So from here, like I said, you're in the press, you want to make sure that your shoulder stays down, and then you slightly lean from the chest at the top of the snatch, but you're not leaning here with your head. So keep that nice and tall. Then from this position, once you know you have the right mobility and stability, you can start on bringing the bell down. And the way that that works is you want to think about just throwing the bell through your belly. So what we're going to do is just bring it down, and then we start over. So we could reclean and press, and then be ready to do the drop. Now, one thing that I need you guys to know is since this is about snatching, you should normally already know the hike pass, the clean, and the press. So if you don't, I would revisit those first. And that's why I'm not covering how to clean and how to press. Okay, this is an advanced skill, and you want to make sure you know those first. So again, we're at the top, nice and tall, shoulder by the ear or slightly behind, and then bring it down and start over. Once you know how to do the drop, the next thing that we teach, there's a couple things. One that I really like is called the punch through drill. And in order to do that, I want you to think about if you were snapping someone with a towel. So that snap, it's really fast. If you were going to pop them, it's from the elbow, not the shoulder. So what you're going to do is you would hike. The elbow stays in really close to your body when you come up. And at the hip snap, you're bringing your arm in and then punching out in front of you. So it would be here, really fast. Okay? Make sure you do this with a light bell. So you can see, the breath matches the hip. So right as it snaps, tension breath, you punch, and then you hike it back. It's really fast. After you've practiced that skill, the next would be the high pull. And the high pull is an exercise on its own. So you can do it standalone, or you can do it as a drill to get to snatching better. The high pull is going to be hiked back. You're still going to keep that elbow really close to your body. When you drive and snap the hips, the bell should already be here. It's coming up the body, and it's going to float. So it's a high elbow, the bell floats here, and then come back down. One thing that you need to remember when you're doing high pulls is that it's fast. You're not trying to hold the bell here at the top. If you do, it will drop down. So I'll show you the proper high pull, and then I'll show you what not to do so that it makes sense. These are also great for your grip strength. So if you're hiking, again, hip snaps, matches the breath, and back down. If you were to try to hold the bell there, you're going to see the bell drop. It would look like this. Okay? So don't do that. It's just really not safe for you. So it's hip snap, bell floats, punch back down and through the belly, and then set it down. So like I mentioned, you want to get really good at the punch through. You want to get really good at the high pull. Then you can put those two together, which brings you to the kettlebell snatch. So the way that works is once I high pull, then I'm going to put that punch through up to the ceiling. So I'm punching up. What that's going to do is I'm going to beat the bell to the top, and it should not bang your arm. It should be nice and smooth. So you get ready to hike, hip snaps, and up. High pull, punch, punch. Should be nice and smooth. Now, if if you're gonna move on to advanced double bell snatching, the main difference, you're still gonna do all those same drills and you're gonna get really good at them, punching double bells, high pulling double bells, but the main difference is once you've snatched double bells, is you're going to pull them to the rack before you go to the next rep. You're gonna pull them down versus dropping from the top. And the reason for that, it's just safer on your shoulders and your back because the double load. So again, hike. When you high pull, then you punch. And if it's double, you bring it here and then re-hike to start again. So check those out. Hope that helps and give me feedback.